Production begins in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Community Foundation Spotlight on PAC 14. I'm Erica Joseph with the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore, and we love the opportunity to highlight different programs and services right here in Wicomico and on the Lower Eastern Shore. Our guest is Jill Fears, president of Team 360. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So let's introduce our viewers to Team 360 and what you're all about.
So Team 360 is a brand new nonprofit, and we just kind of rolled out on January 1st. We help people that live with all different kinds of abilities train and compete in mainstream athletic events. So we do everything from 5Ks, 10Ks, full marathons, triathlons, biking events.
And what does Team 360 stand for?
So TEAM means is an acronym, and it stands for To Empower and Motivate. We feel that the athlete, who is the person that lives with a different ability, and the people who help, whether you're a volunteer, a contributor, or actually out there helping them train and compete, we're all kind of empowering and motivating each other to accomplish this task. And the wheel that we use in the 0 of the 360 first represents 360 degrees, your circle, and all the spokes on the wheel are the different people or organizations that help make us a complete 360 degrees. And so you've got your athletes, you've got your captains and your wingmen, who are the people that actually help. You got your volunteers, you got your people that donate, you have all the different community sponsors, and all of those are spokes. And if you have a bike wheel and you pull one of the spokes out, the wheel doesn't operate properly. And we know that we need everybody to be a part in order for us to operate right.
So give me an example of like what a Team 360 event might look like. So I know you have some events coming up later this spring, and so how would an athlete or a volunteer get involved, and then what would that look like? What would that experience be like?
So in order to get involved, they need to reach out to us, and there's multiple ways to do that. We have a Facebook page, an Instagram account, we have a website, and we all have email addresses, which we can make available through your website. They would reach out to us, and then they'd come to one of our trainings, and at our training, we just make sure that we have the right equipment for whoever it is that wants to join, and we usually start people off with a 5K, which is 3.1 miles, and that is if they're a runner or an athlete. You know, we always have volunteer things to do as well. But an athlete is somebody that lives with different abilities, and they either sit in a jogging chair if that's what they need. Sometimes they're out running if they're capable of running and they just need assistance, and some of them actually use adaptive equipment to race in a race. We pair them up with people that a captain is somebody who's had a background check. They've been in our program a while, and we can look at the parent and say, this is somebody that we trust, and we'd like them to work with your child or adult or whoever it is that's coming in. And they take them out on a training run that's 3.1 miles with other people that help, whether pushing or encouraging or motivating, whatever it is that they need.
And you mentioned that you have a website, and I know all the other social media that wraps around that, but what's your website, just in case somebody wants to jump on right now and see more about you?
So it's www.team360run.com.
Excellent. And so you, I know that you have been involved with this concept and this, sort of mission for quite a while, and you were previously involved with athletes serving athletes here on the Lower Eastern Shore, part of a larger entity. Tell me about the sort of progress and how Team 360 now is carrying forward that mission, that sort of passion and drive that was started here locally.
Yeah, so my passion and drive has always been to serve our community and to meet the needs of the athletes here in our community. It's not about the runners, it's not about the volunteers, it's not even about the sponsors. All those people are very, very important, but our focus is the athlete. And so I've always wanted to meet their needs, and what we're doing in order to meet their needs is helping them and meeting them where they're at, and helping them accomplish their goals. And we just wanted to continue to keep the focus on the athlete and what it is they needed. And so that is how, like, our drive and our passion, and that's what's keeping us going and what we're looking forward to in the future.
And so wonderful that all these people came together and that now you have a local organization that's right here in the community, all local volunteers and so many different supporters and donors getting behind that. So congratulations on that, because I know it's a big step, sort of creating your own organization to sort of further that cause.
Thank you. I mean, it has been phenomenal, the support that we've had. And there's 4 of us that are founders to Team 360. Terry Moreno is our vice president, Jake Bernstein's our treasurer, and Kim Moreno is our secretary. And the 4 of us have worked tirelessly with board meetings and just calling different people and running errands and doing things just to get this off the ground. And, without them as a foundation, and then our previous foundation from Athletes Serving Athletes, we wouldn't be where we are today. But we just our goal is to serve the community here and to be a part of the Eastern Shore community and do what they need.
And you had mentioned that you have volunteers that work with the athletes and participate in the different events, but it's that particular piece of your work, but then there's everything that goes out into running a nonprofit organization. So if somebody says, well, I'm not a runner and I'm not necessarily, going to go that direction, how could they get involved? What are some of the other things that you need assistance with?
We're just getting off the ground, and we've had needs for marketing or website design, which, Kim has stepped up and done a phenomenal job with our new website. But she always has questions. And if somebody had a gift and they said, ooh, I'd love to help this organization with my gift, I would just say reach out to us and say, this is the area that I'm gifted in. Could you use my services? And we do the best we can. I mean, my son actually has been our photographer for 5 years. He's done a phenomenal job, but in August, he's leaving. He's going away to college. And so we're already looking, we know we've been spoiled with him because he's been at every single event. And we know that we might not find somebody that'll just step up and volunteer and do what it is we need and be at every event. So we're looking for 2 to 3 people that, we could groom to be at different events.
To sort of build your bench, so
right,
to speak.
Right. So we have a lot of different needs that could be met this way. We also have other needs. I mean, we have a trailer with our equipment, but we have no truck to pull it. That's a huge need. And we're looking at the community and saying, who can step up and help us get a large enough truck to pull all of our equipment to different trainings and races,
And so I'd encourage anybody who has either a special skill or an interest or some resources that might help towards building that to reach out to you, because it's certainly, as a new organization, there's always so many different areas that you need to go sort of simultaneously. You're building
Right.
your programs, you're also building your organization and your volunteer base. So tell me about the next year, which will be your first year of, rolling out this new program in the community. What does your training and race season look like for the next few months?
We're hoping to start training soon. That's not official. There's an official date on the schedule yet, but we'll resume on Wednesday evenings, and we train out of the Asbury Church parking lot, and we just run 3 miles there on Wednesday nights. Sometimes we'll throw out a Saturday morning or something like that. We're really excited to be a part of World Down Syndrome Day this year. It's called a 3.21, which is March 21st on a Thursday evening. And we'll be out there running a 5K with people, bringing awareness to Down syndrome. And because we want to serve, like I said before, all the different types of people living with different abilities. Our first really big event is going to be Tim Kennard, which is a huge event for this area, and we're really excited to be a part of. We will be a part of the Zoo Stampede, as well as the Salisbury Marathon half and 5K. So those are just some of our events, to begin the year, but we have quite a few events planned out for this area, and we're really excited to get rolling.
Jill, with so many events coming up over the next year, where can people go to find out more and to sign up if they want to be involved?
The best place to reach us is our website, because all of our board members have links there where you can personally email us. So at www.team360run.com, We're also available on Facebook or Instagram. You can reach out, you can post, you can say, hey, I'd like to get in touch, or private message us through there.
And if somebody has never been a runner, never run a 5K before, how would you encourage them to come out and experience one of your training sessions just to see if it's something that they might want to get involved with?
So we actually have had many people that have said, oh my gosh, I'm not a runner, but I'm going to start because I want to be a part of your organization. And there's multiple ways they can do it. I mean, there's apps out there. There's called Couch to 5K. It just really depends upon where they are. I mean, you could be athletic and just not be a runner, or you could be somebody that just wants to get in shape. You know, whatever the case may be. And we're willing to work with people. You know, we actually have some of our athletes that walk a mile. And so if somebody was able to do, 2 miles jogging, then they could walk the last mile with one of those athletes. And the goal is to eventually to get up to a 5K jogging. And when we say jogging, I mean, we've got people that run fast and we've got people that are a much slower pace. We're not about speed or pace. It's all about making it an enjoyable experience for that athlete.
And bringing all those different, I think it's just so wonderful to have so many different individuals who may have never crossed paths with one another before, and this is sort of their common interest and what brings them all together.
Right, and we actually, we like to consider ourselves a family. We're just one big extended family, and we go out for ice cream socials and pizza parties, and we actually try and host one event every quarter so that we can at least go do that. That's not a running event. So that just makes for fun social outings.
And that camaraderie.
Yeah.
So we've highlighted a few of the different areas that you'll be working over the next year in terms of events locally that people could get involved with and some of your volunteer needs. You mentioned that you're looking for a vehicle, so I would imagine that's one of your big financial goals. Do you have any other sort of fundraising objectives that you're looking at right now?
A lot of what we need are just startup costs. We've got insurance to pay for and race registrations. One of the really neat aspects about our organization is that these athletes that come in, we know that financially their parents have a lot, or they do, depending upon where they are in life, on their plate. When you have something that's different to take care of, that's typically a financial strain. And so we don't charge our athletes anything. When we enter a race, we pay for their race registration. We give them a Team 360 shirt to wear, and we provide the equipment for them. And all of that is based on our sponsors that come in, our wingmen that come in, they fundraise for us, and we do events. And so, we need funds to help our athletes cross finish lines.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for highlighting so much of the work that you're doing, and I know you have a great team behind you that's really pushing this forward. So we look forward to all your success in the coming year and beyond.
Well, thank you for having me, and I really appreciate this.
You've been watching Community Foundation Spotlight, and we've been highlighting Team 360 with our friend Jill Fears, who's the president of that new organization here on the Lower Eastern Shore. If you'd like to reach out to them, there are so many ways that you can get involved and offer support. Please do so, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.